This is the story of a mother lioness named Callie. Not only did she defy the odds by leaving her pride and killing her mate, but she also gave birth to a litter of cubs in secret. What's more surprising is that she tried to bring her young back into the pride, a dangerous move that put both her and her cubs at risk. When Callie cautiously approached the pride's territory, she kept her distance, afraid of being discovered. One lioness approached her, seething with anger, as if to say, "You betrayed us, and now you expect us to accept you back?" Callie knew the danger but refused to let her cubs face it alone. She stood protectively in front of them. The cubs, sensing the threat, scattered in fear. At that moment, another lion joined in. Whether driven by love or duty, they spared Callie's life but drove her and her cubs away. From that moment on, they had no pride to rely on. In the unforgiving wilderness, Callie wandered for days until she found a safe place to rest. But hungry, she spotted a horse in the distance. In the past, hunting with the pride made such a task easy, but now she was alone. Lowering her body into a stalking position, she crept closer. She exhausted and desperate, Callie lay in the grass, contemplating her next move. But peace never lasted long. Another warthog discovered the cubs and attacked. Callie rushed to defend them but was overwhelmed. One of her cubs went missing in the chaos. Callie searched and called out for her missing cub. Just as she was about to give up, she heard a faint rustle in the grass. Her missing cub was alive. Relief washed over her, but so did new worries. She was running out of strength, and without a meal soon, her cubs wouldn't survive. Determined, Callie set her sights on a nearby animal, her last hope. She launched another hunt, giving everything she had. Just as she struggled with her prey, another lioness appeared. It was Callie's sister. Together, they brought down the animal. Recognizing their shared fate, Callie persuaded her sister to leave the pride behind and join her. They realized that, as mothers, they could protect and provide for their cubs together. The two lionesses formed an alliance and raised their cubs side by side, hunting together and watching each other's backs. One day, a familiar warthog appeared, the same one Callie had chased before. Fueled by determination and anger, Callie and her sister gave chase, but the warthog escaped into a burrow. Undeterred, they turned their attention to a nearby herd of horses. With teamwork, they secured another meal. But just as things were looking up, Callie's former mate appeared, still bitter and vengeful. He chased them, but the lionesses managed to escape with their cubs. Callie glanced back one last time. Her former mate, distracted by a new kill, let them go. The bond between the two lionesses and their cubs grew stronger with each passing day, surviving together in the wild, proof that even in the fiercest of worlds, resilience and loyalty can triumph. In a fearless counterattack, Callie was defeated. Not because he lacked strength, but because he couldn't afford to get hurt. He still had a child to raise. So Callie lay on the grass for a long time, either from exhaustion or deep thought about what to do next. But while he was lost in thought, trouble arrived. It was the lion's ancient enemy, the water buffalo. The young cubs playing nearby were suddenly in danger. The buffalo recognized them as threats and charged. Callie leaped in front of the little ones to protect them. But the buffalo were too many. Desperate, Callie couldn't resist their siege. All he could do was try to flee, and the little lion had no choice but to do the same. When the herd finally left, Callie's face was full of sorrow. His youngest cub was missing. He waited and called, again and again, but there was no response. Just as he was about to give up, a rustling came from the tall grass. Callie ran toward it, and to his relief, found his child. To feed the cubs. If he didn't hunt soon, his family would starve. Nearby, a group of hippos represents. He managed to bring one down, but he was too weak to finish the kill. Just as he was about to lose it, a lioness burst onto the scene and helped him complete the hunt. She was Callie's sister, just like him, a lone hunter. Callie thought, if she joins me, we may survive together. After some convincing, his sister agreed to abandon the pride and stay with him. They would raise the cubs together, two lionesses, equal in strength and resolve. They found a safe place. Together, they hunted while the cubs stayed protected. But one day, a distant rumble caught their attention. It was the lioness who had once fought fiercely with Callie. Seeing her made him uneasy, but also reignited his spirit. He attacked, but again was outmatched. The lioness retreated into a cave, leaving Callie frustrated. Then, horses in the distance caught his eye. The hatred redirected. With his sister by his side, they charged. Together, they succeeded. It was easier now, not being alone. Just when Callie began to feel hopeful for the future, his ex-husband appeared. Driven by resentment or jealousy, he followed Callie, hunting him down. Callie hadn't expected this. He and his sister took the lioness and fled. When he looked back, the ex-husband had stopped, distracted by the captured horse. After a brief scuffle, the horse vanished.